This thing needs way more oil. All right. Balls. All right, let's unplug this. Shouldn't be too much power drain on here. That out of the way. Come on, almost there. That took a little longer than I thought it would. Okay, gotta remember that's there. All right. Let's see. Okay. Turn the levels down just a little bit. I think we're good. I think I'm going to use gloves to start this. There's going to be a lot of grit coming off. Yeah, that's way too loud. I'm going to turn that down. That should be better. Seems to be working. I may have to throw the earplugs in. It's a little louder than I thought it was going to be. Slightly louder, but highly effective. Okay. Plugs. Just a slight ringing. You guys can feel free to yell at me if I get my dumb head in the way again. In there. Still almost finished. Yeah, I changed it up a little bit. It shows the grinding off a little bit more. I can still switch it back. I mean, but nobody needs to see that much of me while I'm grinding, so I figured I would make it a little bit different, you know? People are more interested in this while I'm grinding, so why not? You don't need to see that much of me. Nobody needs to see that much of me. How you doing, Kyle? Hope you're doing all right, man. Keep dipping into the cooling bucket here. .36 grit sandpaper does some work. Stuff gets hot. No, I am no longer a Twitch affiliate, unfortunate. I got rid of that so I could restream. Due to Twitch rules, you can't restream if you are an affiliate. You have to show your videos 24 hours after the fact. So you wouldn't be able to watch me on Facebook if I was still an affiliate. So I dumped the affiliate so I could spread out to more people. There's more money to be made getting it out there on like Facebook, YouTube, and all that than there is on Twitch, unfortunately. So I don't know why I'm still talking to this camera, but force of habit, I guess. So yeah, no more subs, none of that, unfortunately. I mean, I'm doing all right. I've actually been, I've been away from streaming for a little bit. I've been kind of tame, waiting for the grinder to get in. But now that I have the grinder, I'm really hoping for a lot better finished product. So I think that's really going to change things. So just having the better grinder is already, I mean, I've been on for 18 minutes. And honestly, what I've done in this 18 minutes, this was rough. This was fully rough, you know, all scale 18 minutes ago. And this would have taken me 3 hours to get here before. So I kind of wanted to stop working until I got the new grinder because I didn't want to keep messing up projects and things like that. So, you know, now I'm going to start spreading it out there, doing some YouTube stuff, doing some YouTube videos and stuff like that. So some exclusive stuff that I'm not going to do on Twitch, so it'll be on the YouTube channel to share. You know, for things like that, I'm going to have some people down here, have some guests on, have them make stuff, things like that. So I got plans. We'll see if they do anything, but I got some plans. But yeah, but I'm happy with the way things are coming out though. So now that I got this bad boy, things should be a hell of a lot better. I mean, this thing just takes metal off too. This is crazy. I mean, it's probably hard for you guys to see it from there, but just what I just did, there was no way I was doing that before with the old grinder. This is just something incredible. So, I mean, I'm super happy with this thing. Worth every goddamn penny. Really, it's worth every penny. So, but I just have to learn how to use it. I really right now have to just learn how to make things properly. Since I've been working so long with the other grinder, I was kind of unfamiliar with how to really use a real grinder. But now, you know, I can make shapes proper. You know, and again, this is 20 minutes in. And it feels like I haven't even done any work, but yet it's so much farther along than it would have been before. It's getting clean. You know, this thing's almost ready. There's almost no marks on it. I mean, I'm going to be a very in-demand man making knives when the Corona zombie apocalypse happens or whatever. I don't know. Everybody's going to want me to make knives for them. But we'll see. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. I really do. It's hard growing in a field that doesn't have a lot of people. You know, there's not a lot of blacksmiths out there. There's not a lot of people looking for knife smiths and things like that. So, you know, it's very hard on Twitch as a maker to grow. But I'm not really planning on growing by Twitch. You know, I really just want to kind of grow. You know, I'd like to just grow on YouTube and everything like that, and reach out to finding ways to get people to, you know, that can enjoy my blade. So that's the whole idea. But yeah, this is, I mean, that's how quick it's taken off metal. I'm barely even trying. But real frankly, because I don't want to push this thing yet. So, but really, I do appreciate it, Kyle. I really do. It's nice having guys like you that come back, that share it, that watch, and you enjoy it. I know this isn't the cool, you know, swinging a hammer part of this whole deal. I know that's a lot more fun to watch, but, you know, this is the necessary evil of it. And I know I'm using gloves right now, but with the 36 grit belt, I will lose my fingerprints in an instant if I mess up on this thing. Well, you keep hoping for that samurai sword, but I still need to upgrade a lot of shit. The samurai sword is a long way out. Especially because the forge needs to be a lot bigger. That's the big problem. The forge is just not nearly big enough to do something like that, unfortunately. That's the big problem. But, you know, things are getting closer. They're coming along, you know. Mostly kitchen implements and stuff is what I really want to work on. Again, I wouldn't mind a sword, but it's got to be a short sword. I just didn't build a forge big enough. That's the big issue. You know, I don't really... It's so hard to sell those things, especially because if I was doing something like that, you know, it costs a lot of money and material and time to do that. So I kind of, you know, I kind of wonder how much I could have into it. Sorry, head's in the way again. I felt the camera on my head. Sorry. I gotta remember where it's at. I gotta be professional. I'll get there, I promise. This is a new camera. Well, it's not a new camera, but it's a new camera angle. That's a much more manageable handle size. This thing just squares everything up so fast and easy. This is amazing. Like doing this would have taken me what felt like months before. There's my head in the way again. It's like right at my hat. Like there's my hat brim. It's like right there. Got a pretty nice feel to it. Ah, hot. You know it's hot when you can feel it through the glove. Yeah, streaming video isn't great for phone batteries, unfortunately. So I tell most people who want to watch my Twitch, do it on your computer. Twitch is pretty brutal. Oh, well, even Facebook, yeah. Alright, man, thanks for hopping in, dude. I'll probably be here for a while. I'm having too much fun with this damn thing already, so... Hopefully I'll see you soon, man. I'll talk to you. Man, it's getting hot quick. I don't even know if the water's staying cool. The water's probably just as hot with all the sparks flying into it. This thing is incredible. I was going to say worth every penny. Worth every bloody penny. Sorry, my phone was chirping at me here. Okay, we're good. Sorry about that. I mean, I like the shape. It's already like a nice, lean, mean little badass blade. So far, here's what we got. It's already shiny, but not too bad a shape. Simple so far, but nice little simple chopper so far. I mean, it's it's what it is. This was just another one that I had hammered out, and I wanted to I really wanted to just get to do some work with it. This belt still looks really good. This is a strong belt. Nice. Cool. Start her back up. if you are out there, don't forget to say hello. If you're hanging around, if you're lurking, please let me know you're out there. I do love getting to chat with all of my viewers. I'm more than happy to answer any questions you may have. Or if you're just friend or family hanging around from Facebook and such, definitely say hello. I'd love to know you're out there. God, this took me a tenth of the time it would have if I had my old grinder. This is so much nicer. Just a treat using this thing. Just got to make sure I keep this thing cool. This gets hot. So I haven't heat treated this actual blade yet. Also, since you haven't seen, there's no holes in the tang yet, that's a good sign that I haven't heat treated it. I mean, this is almost ready for heat treat. I did a knife before that took me, God, what, 2 days, 3 days of grinding to get it to here. This took me a half an hour. This is incredible. This is absolutely incredible. I'll line it up a little bit. Start grinding it straight. Alright, that side's nice and flat. If you have any questions, please feel free, like I said. Or if you're just coming back because you're glad to see me, I like that too. A little bit of a warp, which I hope I can grind out. I know this is weird, sorry, I'm trying to look down the edge of this blade here and make sure it's straight-ish. Oh, Jimmy, you have no idea, man. So I'm about right here with this thing right now. This is where it's at. I started this blade a half hour ago. This would have taken me a day and a half of grinding on the other one. So, I mean, I think that answers itself at this point. I mean, the belts are great. It's a real solid grinder. It gets a great finish. I mean, it cleans it up really good, really fast. I can't complain, man. I love this thing. This is just what I was wanting, man. And then some. So, I know I have a lot to learn with it, for sure. But, okay, she's hot, though. But, the beauty part is that, it does the job. It does work. You know, it just moves steel the way a grinder really should. And, man, is it a pleasure. Like, it's really not, it doesn't, like, throw the piece or anything. You really, it's very, very pleasurable to work with. The piece still gets hot, though, but it's very pleasurable to work with, which makes it really, really nice. But when you want to make changes and you want to move stuff, you can do it. I think I was really hindered before because I couldn't do that with the old grinder. I had to be like, well, I can't move that much metal, so this just has to be ugly now. And I don't have to do that anymore. I can just move the metal away. If it's there in the way, I can get rid of it. So it's fantastic. It's actually, it's exactly what I wanted in a grinder. I haven't heat treated this yet, but no, it's really not. I mean, I dropped the volume a bit, but it's still a machine. The grinding part of it is what really kind of throws a lot of noise out. The motor is not, but once I put the tool onto it, it's pretty bad. And if I can remember to keep my dumb head back, it's even better. Because I keep putting my stupid head and hat in the way. Yeah, but it's an absolute dream, though, really, Jim. It is a treat. Worth every penny, I'm telling you. Worth every penny. I can now make a piece of square stock, make things flat, which is like something I could never do before. Oops, she got hot. Yeah, I'll be here, man. I'll be working for a while. I really want to get some stuff done today, so I'll be here, man. Appreciate you stopping in, man. Thank you. It's actually getting a little thin. So I'll have to probably heat treat soon. Sorry, I keep doing that. I think, you know what, I'm going to take the hat off. To hell with it. I'm better with the hat not in the way here. Alright, this is just about ready for heat treat, I think. So, I mean, there she is. That's a half hour worth of grinding. I'm not displeased. 40 minutes maybe, but it doesn't even feel that long. It used to really feel like a slog doing this. Now it's like I'll go all day like this. I feel like I could work at this forever. Woohoo. Don't do that now. Remember that this thing ends. Cool. touch up this end. A little bit of a bow there, which I'm going to get out. Get it back in the drink. Well, I mean, this is 40 minutes worth, and it's basically finished. It's basically ready for heat treat. So, I mean, this belt is still kicking ass, taking names, and I'm really happy with it. So, there you go. I mean, 40 minutes worth of work, and I get what took me before 2 days of grinding on stream to get there. So, it's going that well. Let's put it that way. So, I got a couple more blades that I want to grind here. I got another kind of weird knife here. Let's bring it up to the camera. Show it off here with my awesome little set. There we go. So I got another little knife. I got a lot of handle to grind off of this dumb thing. But I don't know what I'm going to do with this knife. I really haven't decided yet. It's actually, you know what? No. I don't want to do this one because it's not really that great. I'd rather spend my time and belts on something that's worth something. So, a chef's knife. So that's going to be the next blade. I'm going to cut the handle off now, since, well, it makes it a lot easier to work with. So I'm going to go back to the grinder real quick, to the angle grinder. And right about there. Oh, man. Sorry about this one, guys. This is going to take a little bit. Think of all the sparks you guys get. So many sparks. Probably going to light my leg on fire. Nah, it's getting the apron. Cool. I know you guys really just show up here for the sparks, right? I left this one really thick. That was my fault. I should have hammered this out flatter at the bottom. But now I've got a grinder that can remove it all. Yay! I would have had to hammer it out before. Now I can actually just grind it off. Almost there. Another maybe 2 millimeters. Sorry for the delay. Wheel's getting smaller. Come on, baby, you're almost there. I'm gonna light myself on fire, doo-dah. Ah, this is a lot of grinding. Yay! It's done. Sorry about that one. That was a lot of grinding. Probably could have hammered that a lot smaller. Yeah, pretty sparks. So how you doing, Matt? Hope your day was all right. So we're going to grind this bad boy up. So switch it back. Boop. Ooh, that's a lot lighter. It's going to be nice. So here we go. That's what we got now. We got this lovely little guy. So there was a little bit of grinding done to it before, but now we have the real deal. So we're going to grind this thing up proper. So let me just see why my phone is blinking. Oh yeah, baseballs. Oh, 16th. Okay, I got to remember that. Cool. Cool. Thank you, phone. We'll go back to Twitch here. There we go. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Nah, you didn't miss much. I just had to grind that thing off. Now we're good. Now it's a piece. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this baby down. So you can see the state of it. There was some grinding attempted before. Probably didn't do very good. I definitely didn't do very good. But so now we'll get her ground up. So let's give it a go. Never would have thought Facebook would have crashed. Yeah, right. A lot of handle here. All right, man, cool. I'll see you in a bit. I'll be around. I got work to do. I got lots of metal to take off. It's hot. Damn hot. Born on the sun, it's hot. I miss Robin Williams. Anybody else here miss Robin Williams? Is still actually in the video? That's still watching. God, this is so much easier. This is just a dream working it this way. All it took was having the right tools, man. All this time, that was the secret. Just have the right tools. You'll enjoy this shit a lot more. Does get hot in a hurry, though. Whew, yeah, look at that steaming. So if you are out there watching on Twitch or Facebook or anything like that, please feel free, drop a line. Let me know you're out there. Say hello, something. I do love getting to chat with my viewers. If it's your first time here, definitely say hello. And if you have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer any. It's almost a little too easy to shape stuff on this thing. It just makes metal go away. It's great. probably could have multiple grinding angles, so I have an angle for this and I have an angle for this, but you don't really see much change when I grind this way. When I show it though, you can actually see how much metal's coming off. Especially the more that scale starts to go away, you can tell that there's been actual work done. The less of that there is, the more flat the finished product is. So. Got to keep it cool. Got a nice little bucket down here catching a majority of the sparks. It doesn't catch them all, but I got a broom for that. Man, this is a hell of a knife. This one's kind of big with this bad boy. All right, I gotta lay off the tip. The tip's starting to get thin. Now you can see it's starting to clean up already, so the scale's almost gone, which means it's very close to flat. Hot. Ah, damn. That gets hot fast. So who is out there? If you're out there, let me know. Say hello. If you're out there on Facebook, you can leave a comment in the video. If you are on Twitch, well, you know how to chat. And if you're on YouTube, well, you can comment with the live stream. So please, feel free. Let me know you're there. Say hi, something. Maybe I should get a cooling bucket a little higher up here and make my life a little easier. But we'll get there. Someday. So I think I should try out something new. I'm kind of feeling something different soon. Maybe on the next blade I do. But I have a magnet for doing this, which is supposed to be able to put the magnet on here and hold it onto the grinder. I'm very interested in trying it. It's just coming along. A couple little spots on the spine here. The spine's nice and fat, so I got plenty of knives to get rid of. They say forge thick, grind thin, so I'm doing it right. Now that I can grind thin. But I'm not even putting a ton of pressure on this. I guess because I'm still a little, like, spooked about how much pressure I can give something. Because I'm so used to my old tool where it would just be, if you give it any pressure, the thing just stalls out and dies. This ain't stalling. Ain't no chance of that. I don't know how much pressure it would take to stall out a 3 horsepower motor here, but probably a lot more than I can put on it. As it gets there. So this side's almost clean. I'll start on the other side. Get it just about straightened out. Perfect. Getting there? My wife is upstairs studying, so I hope this isn't too bad. She did give me permission to do this. So doing this with her permission and her blessing, so I could have waited till tomorrow, but I wanted to stream. But she said it was okay. This thing just does work. Sorry, bugs. I'm thinking about regrinding my chopper. My big old chopper that's sitting over there. For those of you who can see the little camera. Now I'll be able to get a real grind on that bad boy. Maybe make it look good. I guess you guys can see the sparks pretty good on the other camera. Yeah, very much so. Man, this came out looking really good, man. I'm telling you. Everything on here is starting to look really good. Man, it's just something. I can't get enough of this thing. I really can't. I'm probably going to say it only 100 more times over the course of the stream, but I am absolutely loving working with this thing right now. It's an absolute treat. You can see there's the scale that's on there now on the handle. It's not really scale. Well, I mean it is scale, but it's from where I was hammering it. So now the idea is to get rid of that and bring it to flush. And I'll show you how quick we can do that. Really should cool this off. But I don't even know how hot this water is. This water's taking a lot of sparks. Some of the water might be hot too. So I am leaning into it a little bit. And you can see how quick the imperfections go away. Now this is unfortunately, as you can probably tell, a little thicker down on this end. So I have to try to get rid of all that. I don't know how this magnet would really work for this. You should grab it here. Try to use this guy. So, let's see, which side is crooked? This side. So now I've got knife on a magnet. Interesting. That's a little weird. Where do I want to put this on? Put it on the anvil. Quite. Sound effects added. Let's see. Okay. I can get rid of it my way too, but I can see where that's going to be useful. If I'm grinding smaller blades, it's going to be a lot easier for me to grind small stuff and grind it flat by doing that. I can take off this, I can take off the rest, and which is actually very easy to do. All these parts slide in and out very easily. All these arms. I do have a small wheel holder as well. So, which I was actually thinking for this to use my small wheel holder to grind like a recess inside the blade here, so your hand can fit inside the blade a little bit more. Now, I don't know if that's a great idea, but it sounds cool. I mean, if there was any functional value to it, they would have been doing it on chef's knives for a while, but they don't. But I mean, it would look cool. But the only problem is to use my small wheel holder, I have to change all of my belts out, and I'm not really in the mood, or all of my wheels and stuff out. And I'm not really in the mood to do that just yet. I want to get some actual work done, then, then we'll see about that stuff. So make sure you let me know you're out there, please. If you're watching on Facebook, leave a comment. If you're watching on Twitch, say hi in the chat. I love hearing from all you guys. I love hearing suggestions or what you think about the alternate view here on OBS. So I changed up my view a little bit for the grinding. I think it'll look pretty good for everybody to see. Starting to get this thing down to size. But this handle was a little fatter down this side, so now you can see from here starting to get a lot straighter. So now it's a lot, it's still kind of thick, but I'm not too worried about that. I just don't want it crooked. I don't want it like thicker on one side, otherwise that ends up, you can't get a good handle fit. I did buy 4 of these 36 grit belts, and I think they're going to be probably what I go through the most. Just going through 36 grit belts to get things from hammered to finished. And I think that'll be where a lot of the belt expenditures come in. But this is the second knife I'm doing on this belt, and it's still just absolutely great. No worries. There you go. If that doesn't show you how much work this thing's doing. That was a pretty square piece right there, and now it is quite rounded. Which way am I going? That way. There we go. I'll figure it out eventually. So now it's nice and rounded there, but it takes that off in just a couple seconds, no problem. So everything about this has been an absolute pleasure thus far. I can actually do that now and square up a piece, which I could not do before because the other belt wouldn't allow, the other grinder wouldn't allow me to do that. Just something that simple. That's all I wasn't able to do. I mean, this isn't terribly square. It kind of leans forward a little bit, but it's not so bad. I think I'm going to thin it down a little bit more though. I think the handle needs to be a little thinner. Kind of fat right now, especially down by the pinky. Getting there. Just want to get everything nice and flat. That gives me good quality later. And keep it cool. Lord willing, this thing gets hot in a hurry. Man, you really can lean into this thing. You really can. I mean, I haven't much yet, but God, you can lean into this. Like, it just feels weird because I'm not used to doing that. I'm not used to being able to just put pressure on it. Motor's probably bored with me, going like, when are you gonna give me a little something? When are you gonna give me something to try here? There we go. Got a nice finish on the handle so far. The handle's really nice and flat. I got a little bit of imperfection there, but I can take some more of that off later. Now, I want to get the rest of the blade nice and flat. I got a lot of blade to remove. I really ground this really fat. I really hammered it out fat. I don't know why. But this thing feels like 10 times lighter than it did when I started, that's for sure. Oh, still hot. Oops. So as you can see, it's starting to come along. You can still see there's a little bit of work to do up here. So, and a little bit down here at the base, but I'm going to clean up this area about a third of the way up. Trying to do that without grinding too much off of the tip because the tip is already a little thinner. Wife is also going to be very happy to see how much of the sparks is actually going in the bucket. Some of it's getting away, and that's fine. I'm okay with that, but everything's a lot more contained here, and it's throwing things more down. The old grinder threw everything up, so that was unpleasant. That just made a mess everywhere. This is throwing it mostly down here at my feet where the bucket is, and then to the back behind the grinder. So. Okay, that's about clean. I can finish that up after the heat treatment. Now, I have to start getting this thing square. Whew, hot, so hot. So hot, 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 hot. Hot, hot, hot. As a side note, if you're sick of hearing me talk to myself, please say something in the chat. I'll gladly talk to you instead of myself. And trust me talking to you is far less insane. Not completely not insane, just less. If you're a fan of the ramblings of a madman. Bug. Might be the same one. Must be attracted to the sparks. If it's a mosquito and I get bit, I'm going to be pissed. So it's coming up much cleaner. As you can see, this is one nice, even piece. I still have a couple blemishes to get out, but hot. God damn. I don't even know if my water's still cold. My water's I'm probably dunking in it almost hot tea at this point. Gonna get done grinding, just drop it right in the heat treat. See, it's starting to get even. Starting to be a nice flat piece right across. That's what I'm trying to go for here. It's very straight. Very straight. Sorry, heading away again. Sorry. I'm going to figure that out eventually. It's just working on the opposite side of the knife with my left hand. It tends to pull me around here in front of the camera. It's not very high over my head, so kind of right there, but I wanted to give you guys a good angle to enjoy this at. very happy with this. A couple spots on the bottom that need to be ground out. As you can see, it's starting to become a knife. There's a couple marks up here. There's a couple deep spots here, which I'm trying to get rid of next. And I also want to get this thing as square and straight as possible. So that's what I'm doing right now. If I can get both of these things ready to quench tonight, that would be amazing. It used to take me 2 weeks to get a knife ready to quench. Crazy. I still need to drill holes in it. That's for sure. But okay, still hot. Even if you turn it around and start working with the other side, dummy, it's still hot. Okay. So, bring this up to the other camera here. So here's where we're at right now. It's very shiny, despite not being really finished other than 36 grit. But that's where we're at right now. Now keep in mind, this knife was pretty much rough hammered before I started on it. And that's what we're looking at right now. So, yeah, to answer your question whether or not this thing is worth the money, it is worth every penny. Something to grind a little bit off of here. How does this feel? Let's see. Still pretty coarse. It's still got a ton of grit in it. These things are tough. When you first start using these things, they're hard to handle. They're so gritty, they are hard to handle. It's kind of tough on your hands. Oops. Sorry, fixing the phone again here. There we go. So yeah, so we're getting there. A little bit more to do with it. A little bit more to take off before we harden. But it's pretty straight. So let me switch this back again. Okay, so yeah, if you are out there, let me know. If you're a returning viewer, say hello. And if it's your first time in here, definitely say hello. I do love getting to meet with all my viewers. If you have any questions, let me know. We are in the middle of a grind right now, trying to grind this thing into a ready-to-quench knife. I should see if I have anything else I want to grind right now. What else is over here? I think I'm good for the moment. I almost wonder how good this thing would work on like rail spike steel and stuff like that, but I'm not that worried. All right. Do a little bit more work, get this thing straight, and then we will... Ow. What I'll do is I'll bump my head on the camera like a dummy. Let me see if I can angle this a little better for you guys. There, and then okay. Why not? That's a little bit better. Yeah. Actually, no. I want it. Sorry, just figuring this out. There we go. That's what I want. So, come on, move and stay. Really doesn't want to stay. There we go. Okay, cool. Whoop. It vibrated itself right. It wants to do the work on its. That's how good this is. It's trying to do the work all on its own now. See? That's the kind of grinder I want. So good. It's trying to do all the work all on its own. That's something, folks. That means you found the grinder for you. Hey, what's going on, Matt? See? Look at that. In that little bit of time since you've been going, I'm trying to work with this camera here. Trying to figure out, there we go. The time since you've been gone, that's what this knife has become. So, I'm telling you, this thing does work, man. Now I'm just doing a little bit of shaping. We do a little straightening. Yeah, dude, I wasn't kidding how much work this does. This is incredible. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, this thing's no joke. And I'm not even trying. That would be faster if I didn't have to keep cooling this thing off. It's working hot. Yeah, you thought you weren't going to miss much, huh? I'm telling you, man, this is an absolute dream. This is an absolute pleasure to work with. This has absolutely 100% revitalized my love of doing this. Because things were just starting to get too, well, I hate to use the phrase, but it was starting to become too much of a grind. Pardon the pun, but that's what it was. It was just sitting there for 2 weeks trying to grind a blade, and it was just mind-numbing that I couldn't get anything done. And now I'm getting stuff done. I mean, look at that. This thing is almost ready for heat treat. I want to get it squared up some more in some spots because there's a couple wavy spots, but it's that ready for heat treating that fast. Remember how long it used to take me to get a blade ready to heat treat? You remember. You used to sit through some of this bullshit, and I'm sorry for that, but yeah. Oh yeah. That's the thing. This thing is moving metal, baby. It is moving some metal. That's why I put the bucket down there. It catches a majority, not all of it, but it catches a majority. So I can sweep up after I'm done, and it's not too bad. There's no more excuse me, no more oil from a leaky quench tank getting stuff everywhere too, so that's kind of nice. Now I just have to straighten this thing. Dude, this thing's a dream, man. I can't thank you enough for getting me the parts for this. I'm telling you, this is game changing. Absolutely, 100% game changing. Love that shower of high carbon. Oh, dude, yeah. I mean, it was absolutely 100% frustrating doing what I was doing before. Compared to this now where it's just... And it's not even hard work right now. Like, this just isn't even tough. Hey, man, we got everything sorted. You know, it's not your fault that the company shit the bed. You know, it's not your fault. Like I said, at the risk of sounding like an asshole, that was kind of the thing I was worried about. I'm like, oh no, if we split things up, there's going to be problems. I can feel it. And it was not you. Like, I couldn't thank you enough for what you did, but it was, you know, I was like, oh God, I know the way my luck is, and I know the way shit works. I'm like, this is going to get screwed up because it's, you know, we're adding an extra element to this. And lo and behold, huh? So, again, I can't thank you enough if, you know, for the company's problems. That's, you know, bug. Mosquito. Damn it, did I get him? Oh, no, I didn't. Hold on. Yeah, got him. Yeah. Sorry. For those of you who can see the small camera, down there, wherever, oh God, I'm really getting bad at this. That camera. You just watch me catch a mosquito with my bare hand. If you can't see that small camera, sorry. Oh, well, there you go. You got the refund, and they said they're going to send out the other one, so that'll be something. But I'm going to make you this combat knife, so you're going to have it one way or another. Dude, this looks like a professional blank. It's so smooth. It's so nice. It's so pretty. So pretty. Hot. God damn, it's getting hot. Whew. I don't think my water's doing anything at this point. I think my water's too hot. I have a tool to check the temperature. Thanks to Matt as well. I think with all the sparks and everything into this water, I think it's, and me dipping this in here, I think the water's probably getting warm. I've almost got it square. It's kind of a shame now I've hid the beautiful quench tank back here. Maybe I should bring the quench tank out more in the open. Oh, wow, that was hot. Okay. The water is still kind of cold. Oh, sorry, heading away again. I gotta stop doing that. The camera is right at eye level. Like, there's my glasses right there. So I know I keep putting my head in front of it. I probably should have put it a little bit lower so I would actually see it. I kind of don't notice it's there until I just bump my head on it. Yeah, there's some steam coming out of the water. If that doesn't tell you how much more work this grinder is doing, I don't know what else to tell you. It's getting the work hot, so I have to actually keep it cool. The other grinder did not do that, and it wasn't a bit of steam; it was a lot of steam. There you go. There's some steam. I mean, I did drop the audio a bit. It gets a little louder when it actually grinds, so it's not that quiet. But all things considered, it's not bad. Well, I did turn down my main on my soundboard, so there's that. So I did try to correct for it a little bit. I'm probably gonna have to straighten this just a little bit before I heat treat it, so I have that. But I do have to do some drilling on this thing to put the pins in. Nice and steamy. But it's not too bad. I do have my plugs in because it is a little loud, so sorry if it's not quite on stream here. I'm trying to check the straightness and all that happy jazz. It's pretty much right on. So, there we go. She goes. So it may be getting a little warmer because the belt is getting a little bit less dull or a little bit less sharp. but there's still plenty of belt left in this thing. Oh, sorry, I'm doing it again. There's still plenty of belt left here, so there's that. So now I've got two blades. One which I covered in rust because I'm an idiot. So I got 2 blades ground tonight. Yeah, I did 2 blades. That's the difference. I can do 2 blades in a night as opposed to a blade in 2 weeks. If that's not, telling enough. But this just feels incredible. It does a lot of work. I'm at this, almost 2 hours now. So just about 2 hours, and I can get it to that kind of state. That's, oh, I got friend requests. Oh, okay, cool. Yep, I will approve that. Somebody must be watching my videos. I will gladly approve that. So, yeah, really. It's now, granted, they're not finished. I know there's the finish grinding, which takes, that takes some time. But, in the time it took to get to this stage, actually, I don't, well, see, nobody wants to see this much of me standing here and then a little bit of camera. I don't know. I'm trying to debate between which one's better, but, you get to see the sparks better on this if I did this camera. I think this thing's like a little dirty. I might have to clean it. I seem to be a little fuzzy here. Might be a fingerprint or something on this thing. I don't know. Whatever. I'll deal with it later. But I mean, yeah, in just a couple hours, I got 2 blades that you're looking at. This one, which I apparently rinsed and put away. There's proof positive right there, folks. Why, when I tell you that you have to take careful care of these blades and never leave them wet, is right here. This blade was wet 1 hour ago, and as I was grinding it, and this is where it's at now. It is rusty in just an hour. So this high carbon steel does not play around with rust. It gets rusty quick. Turn my volume back up a little bit because I think I may be done grinding for the evening. But yeah, I think I'm real happy with it. This is a great start. I'll probably just order like a 10-pack of these belts. But if I can get 2 or 3 of them, because there's not a lot more to do with the 36 on either of these. So as far as like this guy goes here, let's bring this one up here so you can see a little bit better. As far as with this one, I have right here by my middle finger, you can see the scale spot there because it's a little lower and set in. So I need to work that spot, but I'm going to work that as I work it down to the point, and I don't want to work the point as I'm ready to quench it. I don't need it that fine because that gives more chance for a warp. But that's a good start for it, so I'm going to be able to clean these sides up and get that done. The handle's already squared up, so everything I can basically do now is going to be done with like an 80 grit. Yeah, it's pretty shiny. It's more shiny on camera, I think, than to the eye. It's very, very gouged. These lights are stupid bright, but it's very, very scraped up. It's I don't know if it would show very well on here with less light. Let me see if I could get this up here. You can see the scratches, and you can see how that 36 really scratches it up. So it's reflective, yeah, but it's also it is very scratched up. It's not polished yet at all. There's very little polish on it. And the same thing with this one. This is starting to get a little thin, but the shape is about where I want it. It's just a dumb little chopper that I made. Whatever. This is a screw around blade. Like, okay, I'm just going to make this, and if somebody wants a kick-ass little whatever chopper, I don't know, just for fun, that's what this is. So, but this one, I hope I can put a really nice handle and a really sharp edge and actually sell it as a really good chef's knife because it looks like a good chef's knife, I think. So,
So that's what I'm hoping to start selling more. Chef's knives, high quality stuff like that in the long run. So for anybody else who's watching and is enjoying and enjoys good high quality kitchen implements, hopefully things like that will be coming out. And stuck my magnet to the anvil. So I'll be able to start having some really good quality stuff. The grinds are going to be easier to get. Shaping handles is going to be probably a hell of a lot easier than it was. I've got so much of this to work with now. I've got up here, so I can kind of grind up on here. I've got the underside. I've got a flat part. I've got a curve here. So even without using the small wheel holder, which I don't know if I'm going to use it too much, even using just this, I have so much versatility in just this piece. Just because it gives me a flat surface. I mean, I could never get flat surfaces like this. I couldn't grind corners very well. Like this is all like everything on here is like 90 degrees. It's all flush. It's square. It's perfect. So that's what I've been wanting to do for a while, and now I can do it with relative ease, and it feels amazing. Let me tell you. So, but I do think I'm going to call it for the evening. 2 hours is good for now. It's been a quiet stream, but I dropped frames at some point. Boo. But really, Matt, thank you for hanging in, man, and absolutely thank you for everything and helping me get this bloody thing going. So hopefully there'll be some kick-ass knives coming up soon. Probably tomorrow I'll start putting some more work into these. I'm going to probably drill them tomorrow and get them ready for handles. So I think that these will be something. So hang tight tomorrow. If you are watching, if you haven't said anything, if you have been watching, I appreciate you checking it out. Do not forget to follow or subscribe or whatever your preference is, wherever you're watching from. Oh, hi there, Matt. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you. Welcome to the channel. I just saw your friend request. I appreciate it. Real quick, Matt, before I leave, other Matt. These are two of the blades I just started grinding. This grinder is brand new to me. So this stream is a big deal for me because this is my first night using this. Normally with the grinder I used, it would take me about 2 weeks to get a knife from hammered on, well, let me make this a little easier, hammered on this anvil. Oh, okay, cool. I apologize. Sometimes I'm a little bad with names, so and it's been at least a year since that party, so I apologize. I'll check out your Facebook invite so I can remember who you are. I apologize right now, but this is normally I take a knife from hammered here, and it took me about 2 weeks to get it to this and ready for heat treat. Today I did these two knives in 2 hours or less than 2 hours. So this is what we're going for, and I'll be heat treating these bad boys tomorrow. I'm definitely going to work on getting these things ready, so they're going to get heat treated, drilled for handles, and heat treated tomorrow on my normal stream time, which is Tuesday and Thursday. So thank you for checking it out, man. I appreciate you, and I send a thank you to Kyle too. I got to make sure that for getting you on here, but. We're going to make a couple nice blades, just a chopper for fun. This is just going to be a little kick around chopper for whoever's interested in that, and hopefully the nice chef's knife for anybody who needs a nice chef's knife. So that's what we're going to be doing with these. So tune in tomorrow, probably 6:30 Eastern Standard Time, which is no problem for you guys. But if you are watching on Twitch, 6:30 Eastern Standard Time, GMT -5, I think. Yeah, GMT -5 New York time. So please check it out. Make sure you follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. So, well, I will be doing some other stuff that's more collectible. I have done some fun stuff. This is my personal chopper that I made. This is one of the first big boys I made. It's a lot of fun. Actually, I got to see if she's sharp. I did sharpen it the other day, but I'm not sure if I did a good job. So let's see. Is she sharp? Yes, she's sharp still. Wee-hee! She's sharp. So this is my personal chopper that I like to use. But I am going to be making some other stuff that's a little more collectible and fun. Kyle wants he wants a samurai sword or a broadsword. So, but I'm going to be making some other small stuff, fun stuff, but actually functional. Every knife I make is high quality, 1065 high carbon steel, very high carbon, very solid. So they'll take an edge, they'll hold an edge, they'll be very functional. I don't like making wall hangers, so I'm not just going to cut you out a piece of junk steel. And sorry, I'm probably still yelling. I'm not going to cut you out a piece of junk steel and just say, here's something pretty you can hang on a wall. Everything I make, whether it's a little chopper or a chef's knife, everything I'm going to make down here is always going to be highly functional, high quality steel. Damascus steel is actually on the way. I do have some Damascus behind me that I'm going to start working with. So that's going to be in the coming time. I wanted to make sure that I was well familiar with this thing before I started doing anything like that because, well, I didn't want to ruin Damascus steel. I didn't want to make Damascus steel and spend a lot of time making it and hammer it and then destroy it with my grinder. So, but that's going to be coming up real soon. So definitely check it out. I have a Twitch if you're interested in watching on Twitch, twitch.tv/inyourheadpodcast. So that is the Twitch channel. So if you want to check it out there, it's also fun to watch on there. If you don't feel like watching on Facebook, or Facebook sucks too hard, which it does. Apparently, it crashed for one of my buddies beforehand. So, but yeah, every Tuesday and Thursday normally. I'm probably going to add more streams soon. So thank you so much for the ad, and I will definitely be back real soon. So anybody else watching, thank you again for tuning in, and I will see you guys again next time. Take care.